There are lots of events each year in this sector, but this one really does bring together the right guests and delegates, the right speakers, and you actually find out a lot about what's going on, what the next steps are, and what the challenges are for the environment and packaging.
So there's so much to learn because there's so much information, and sometimes it's a little bit conflicting. So actually hearing directly from the experts exactly what's happening, it saves on the interpretation and all the green noise that's around in the industry, and actually gets us to that point in time where we have clarity. And it's a great networking opportunity as well. So without collaboration, we can't do it by ourselves. So it is about making sure that we get that momentum and move forward together.
It's an event that we've been to on a number of years now. We found it to be very successful for us as a business. We've met some really interesting people. One of the key things we do like is that it's a targeted conference that is on a specific topic, which is packaging sustainability, which is very closely linked to our business activities, of course. So really great opportunity to learn, get an update for our own business and our own selves, but it's also great for the business in terms of the people that it attracts.
It's all about driving the change that we need to see within industry and across our consumer base to make the world a more sustainable place, because that's where we need to be.
Well, one of the most interesting talks that we've heard has really been about the challenges right at the start of the supply chain, is in terms of the design and the production and the factors that go into making that decision. That's not necessarily crucial for us to understand as a distributor at the closer to the end of line, but it is fascinating to see the challenges of what maybe our suppliers are coming up against, because for us, we have to understand not only what the customer wants, but on the other side of the spectrum, our suppliers, what their demands are, and how we actually influence change and make sustainability achievable for everybody on that spectrum.
So I think there was a really important point raised by Martin Kirsch in his talk, that I think he was the only panel that had someone representing the design part of industry. And design is so important, especially with EPR, because we really want to incentivise industry to create packaging that's more sustainable. So I think if we had more perspectives from the design part of industry, that would really help us learn a bit more about how packaging can change to meet these new goals of sustainability, to help lower those fees and appeal more to our goals of reaching that circular economy.
There was a conversation yesterday, and there was a brilliant presenter, so from one of the creative agencies, who talked about design changes that had been made that inadvertently poorly affected the product itself. And it's really important that when we make any changes around environmental choices or sustainability, that we are not causing a problem.
So the biggest opportunity, for sure, is everyone transition over to the next generation of barcode and do it sooner rather than later, because it's going to allow everyone to be meeting those legislative requirements, not only in the UK, but overseas in territories that they're also trading in. And it's going to allow those brands and retailers, through every product they place on the market, to provide always-on content to their consumers that's going to drive the right level of behavioural change that we know needs to happen.
Oh, the good things are lively panels, quite a lot of debate, probably could do with a bit more controversy, really. I never heard too many rows, and I'd like a few rows, I think, because you remember that, don't you? And as a result of the rows, maybe something good comes out of it. So perhaps in the future, set a few targets to solve a few questions. Rather than raise the issues, let's see if we can go about providing solutions.
It's an amazing industry to be part of, and there's so much talent, and it's really about helping to amplify these needs. And packaging plays such a significant part that many consumers are unaware of the effort that goes into packaging, and it's our job to help communicate and educate everyone, not only the packaging industry but to consumers as well, to be able to drive that forward and get new blood into the packaging industry.